Morning friends, happy Sunday, how you doing? And that's right, you read the headline correctly. William has found yet another passion project, and that's absolutely how the Daily Mail describe it in this article. I cannot believe this man does so little work that he's willing to commission, ask for it to be done, and introduce each programme. A programme which no doubt is important, highlighting the work of others. But the irony, William's introducing it. The person that does probably the least work in the UK is introducing a series about the hard and very dangerous work of others. It's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? And the sycophantic praise from the Daily Mail continues because all they can talk about is his growing confidence in front of the camera. I'm not being funny. Most presenters, most people that contribute to TikTok have a higher level of confidence in front of the camera than William does. And William's been trained his whole life to do this. It absolutely winds me off the clock. The laziness of this family is absolutely off the scale. I'll shut up now. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think. Morning friends, happy Wednesday. And it turns out that the Daily Mail do actually have the ability to correct previously printed stories that are not true about Meghan. This week's been a revelation. If you are a Harry and Meghan fan, you can spot these spurious stories from a mile away. But the royalists love jumping on them and retweeting them as much as they can. So what's not true this week? It's not true that the creators, financiers and cast of Suits don't want Meghan back. They're all like, oh, we'd love to have her back. Daily Mail, that's not what you said last summer. Also turns out that Meghan's talent agency never said she was difficult to work with or too demanding. They've come on the record to say, we never said any of that. No one that works for this business ever said that. Can you give me a name, Mr. Daily Mail, so we can have a conversation with the person you interviewed? Of course, there's no name. The press are slowly leaning towards Meghan's favour, which is right after, 8 years of persecution? Let's see what the future holds for Meghan and Harry and all their new ventures. And let's also see what the future holds for people like Andrew when the Epstein files are released. Have a brilliant day. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think.
Side of the world, let's head to Montecito. It was a big week for Prince Harry and Meghan because it was their 7th wedding anniversary.
The 7-year itch.
Yeah, well, that's what people say. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's
Well,
a
it
big,
was a film.
big movie.
Marilyn Monroe, was it Marilyn Monroe?
It was Marilyn
They were
Monroe.
all based upon them.
No, past it 10 years this year.
Oh, so you're great.
Yeah,
Well
so-
done.
So, yeah, but
Past
that's the whole thing, you know. But I actually think I was asked to talk about this quite a lot, and I just think that actually a lot of people, let's be fair, had said,
5 years. I
"Oh, it
remember.
won't last. This marriage won't last. It's never going to be." But the 7
They're very
years,
strong.
they look, even if we can, some people are very cynical. They are very much together, even if it is a brand. They are never stop talking about their love for each other. They appear, you know, as very much loving parents. So, you know, the cynics be damned, really. You know,
And Meghan acknowledged those that fought for their love story
on the board, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, on her Instagram post, she thanked everyone that, followed and supported them through this journey.
Well, I wasn't on it.
And maybe not. You weren't tagged. But they did share a lot of family and personal photos, which I thought were great. Some from, royal life, some post.
Some of them even got the front of the faces, because normally with those two, their children always, you see the back of a head or an arm or a hand.
There were side
a couple
photos,
of side pictures.
Yeah.
I just wish we would just get some proper pictures taken of those children.
Now, it felt like this was like the perfect way because last time we were recorded, it was quite the storm. His interview had just been released. It didn't really get the reception that maybe he thought it would get, and now we've kind of moved on quickly from that because straight after that interview they were pictured at Beyonce, great pictures. Then they went to another
James Taylor concert.
another interview, another concert. Now they've got their anniversary, so it's and then Harry has made a donation to a charity?
Yeah, there's a charity called Him Up in Nottingham, which Meghan...
You're just guessing.
A Nottingham charity which runs a community kitchen says it's humbled to get a donation from Prince Harry. The Duke of Sussex has long connections with Nottingham and has now made what's been described as a significant donation to HIMA, which is based in Hyson Green. The charity works to tackle racism and poverty in the city. Prince Harry told the charity in a letter that Nottingham holds a special place in my heart, having had the privilege of visiting and supporting the community there for over a decade.
I'm a big man, but I cried because he showed genuine compassion and care and connection with the people of this city. He said he understood the struggles that people are going through. He said he understood the struggles the organisation was going through, and he said how valuable the work that this organisation does and how impactful it is to local communities.
Well, let's find out a bit more about this. Heidi Booth's in our newsroom for us. Heidi, this isn't their first involvement with Nottingham, is it?
That's right. The couple's first public walkabout, which we saw just now, was here in Nottingham, of course, back in 2017, not long after they got engaged. After that, the Prince became involved in youth charity work in the city, particularly with 2 local projects in the inner city areas. He visited the Nottingham Academy and the community recording studio several times, in fact, and seems to be a regular visitor at one point. As far as him is concerned, it was Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, whose donation there first came to light when it emerged she contributed to its work in 2020 with a big donation of £10,000. We don't know how much Prince Harry's donation is, but him says it'll fund 650 food parcels for vulnerable families. The charity says it was amazing to get 1 donation from the Sussexes, but to get 2 has left them feeling, I quote, completely gobsmacked and hugely humbled. Emma.
I bet it did.
A reluctant prince.
And during that period of frustration, did you ever wish that you weren't a prince?
I wish that quite a lot, actually. But, you know, it's something I'd love to do, and, you know, now I've had the chance once, and I suppose I've got quite into it. And at the end of the day, if you join the army, you expect to go on operations. I don't want to sit around at Windsor because I just generally don't like England that much, and, you know, it's nice to be away from all the press and the papers and the general shite that they write.
Time of my life with my head buried in the sand, you know, thinking, I don't want to be Prince Harry, I don't want this responsibility, I don't want this role. You know, look what's happened to my mother, you know, why does this have to happen to me?
Harry even considered a drastic move.
Prince Harry got so low that he decided at one point that he might leave the royal family.
He's living this life that he's been born into, it's not his choice, and I think he felt at times very cross about that.
Tour of Afghanistan, Harry's exasperation, even loathing of the press, has shone through loud and clear.
My father always says don't read it, everyone says don't read it because it's always rubbish. I'm surprised how many people in the UK actually read it. I mean, everyone's guilty for buying the newspapers, I guess, but hopefully no one actually believes what they read, which I certainly don't. But yeah, of course I read it. If there's a story and something's being written about me, I want to know what's being said. But all it does is just upset me and anger me that people can get away with writing the stuff they do, not just about me, about everything and everybody.
And that mistrust of the press, I mean, how far back does that go? Is that something that's
I think it's fairly obvious how far back it goes, to when I was very small.
I think for me what really resonated was the lack of education for girls and how that has a ripple effect on so many things. And I think, you know, it seems like a broad stroke, and many people will say, okay, fine, yes, you want girls to have an education, you just want to have smart girls. It's actually much more complex than that, and it really does solve so many of the world's problems when a girl has access to education. You know, I mean, you look at it and you could say, here are the vulnerabilities and the challenges that come about when they don't have access to education, right? Early childhood marriage, susceptibility to trafficking, modern slavery, all of that. But equally, look at all the positives that come out of it when you do have access to education for young girls, how it affects economic development, the GDP, billions of dollars on the table are lost by girls being pulled out of education. And so I think when I look at it from those terms, it would be impossible for me to sit back and not do something about it.
And actually, I agree with you on Harry and Meghan. I think there's definitely, we've come to a position in the British press, of which I am part, I would admit, that nothing they can do is ever right. They can't say or do anything right.
The narrative is that no one in the palace was told about this in advance, this announcement. Is that accurate or not in your view?
Well, it's certainly not true to say the palace were blindsided by it. Certainly the couple's views, they came back, they wanted to talk to the family about their plans. You know, it had been made clear to them in their absence that there was going to be a slimmed-down monarchy and they weren't really a part of it. They were asked by officials and the rest of the family to put thoughts down on paper. They said, look, it leaks if we do that, we don't want to do that. They did it. It was immediately leaked to the Sun, so they thought, you know, hang it, we're going to have our, you know, statement anyway. So, you know, I really take that, I mean, to say I take that with a pinch of salt would be the understatement.
Families has rows and tensions and so on. These are very public figures, but also we will see fully and understand better why they're also very angry with the royal family and they want to leave. It is not just the media coverage, there are real tensions there, and there are some things we can't discuss for legal reasons publicly now. But when people hear and see that, they will be better informed and they will change their mind.
I have the pleasure to name this ship HMS Glasgow. HMS Glasgow. HMS Glasgow.
To those people who say Prince Harry doesn't deserve reconciliation with his dying father, because let me remind you, King Charles has cancer, you're probably not parents or you're terrible parents. Because God forbid one day your child does something you disagree with, a parent's love should be unconditional. But let me remind you about King Charles. Not only was he a terrible husband to Princess Diana, which should be evidence why he's a terrible father, King Charles really upset the late Queen with criticism of her parenting skills. Back in 1994, Prince Charles authorized a biography on himself by journalist Jonathan Dimbleby. And in it, the late Queen and Prince Philip were described as emotionally distant parents. In addition, friends who spoke with Charles's permission also spoke of the Duke of Edinburgh's often belittling and even bullying his son. When the book came out, I think that the Queen and Prince were on a tour of Russia, which is really an important tour. And they were very upset. They were very upset about the way Charles described their parenting. And the Queen was gracious enough to forgive Charles.
Oh, this stuff makes me sad, right? Strip away the sort of royal family sort of stuff. This is a family going through a bit of a crisis and they've all fallen out, and that's sad for many reasons. I think for him to take responsibility, I think he has. He saw what happened to his mother, and the way she was treated by certain elements of the press, and the way that she sadly died. And I think he chose his wife over his family. And I think that rankles a lot with the family, who will feel a certain way, as lots of sort of quote-unquote normal families probably would. And I sort of fall on the side of, I think there's something deeply honourable, actually, and something really lovely about being so deeply in love with somebody, and people will have their own opinions of her. I mean, I don't know her, and I just think, you know, leave her to it, whatever. And they see it as she split up the family. He's made his choice, and he's taken responsibility and gone, no, I'm putting my wife first. I do not want her to end up in the same way my mother did. And therefore he's made whether the family have acted in spite, families do that, we don't know. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Were the family worried about the broader picture of the royal family looking split? And you know, you want to, when you're the head of state, you want to look like you're united and stuff. So maybe you've acted in a way to protect the broader family. I don't know.
I think that in the UK we have an attitude towards her. I think that it is pretty unconscious, but actually it's kind of conscious in many ways because people want to love to hate her.
I'll be honest, I don't think unconscious bias exists, right? I don't believe in that term. I don't think it's a thing. It's about acknowledging a bias that you have and thinking about how you can undo that and regard yourself and other people better. People don't want to think that about themselves. They don't want to think that I'm racist, or I'm misogynistic, or I'm a snob, or I'm classist. They don't want to accept that that is a thing in society. They don't want to accept that that might be something that they have perpetuated, and so there'll just be a complete denial and put the blame back on her.
All my people, Lady Rousey here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, welcome, and my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Guys, it's raining, the weather looks so terrible out here, and I am outside. Guys, did y'all see Bulliam is becoming a Hollywood star right now? Does that have something to do with the successes? Or he's just jealous of somebody he want to be seen on TV? Apparently he's actually getting comfortable on TV right now. He's getting comfortable on camera. That's what they're saying. I mean, guys, these people are sick. They're not normal. I mean, he just started all those movie stuff right now, and it has something to do with animals. Did y'all see that? That dude actually has something to do with animals. And then he is protecting animals in Africa. Is that what they say? Was that what people keep saying in these documentaries that they had his documentaries with somebody? It says that he was actually the Lion King. He was becoming the Lion King of Africa, and Africa belonged to him. You get your filthy feet, legs, little tiny, whatever you got down underneath you there out of Africa. Do not bring your little tiny feet in Africa to come mess up with our lions. And them lions, ancestors, y'all need to get in those lions there when that Bulliam gonna show up in that Africa. Y'all need to tell him that he's not welcome. That's what y'all guys need to do. So right now, y'all, drop it down in the comment, because I don't really know what's going on with that dude. I don't know what he's really going to do with those series that popped up. I'm trying to comprehend, but apparently I'm just kind of having a hard time to understand what's really going on with that dude, because dude is confused. Dude is confused. Do you know why the dude is out? It's because Prince Harry and Her Royal Highness Duchess Sussex are out here on TV. That's why he's mad. He's like, I need to do something, because guess what? When I'm not coming out here, everybody's calling me walk shy. And right now here, I just need to pop out, pop in, pop out. Bulliam, it's not looking good on you, brother. It's not looking good. Whoops. It's really not looking good on you, brother. I mean, damn. I don't know what to do with you. I don't even know what to think about you, man. Life is really hard for you, isn't it? Everybody's talking about you out here. They are really not talking about you positively, Bulliam. They're talking bad about you. You know what? You need to pop out of that house and go do the real work. Do real work and get repay and do the work, because you and your daddy, y'all be getting all the free money for lots of years. And you've been getting all that money from slavery. You've been getting that money from lots of stuff. All those jewels y'all guys be sitting on there, they belong to my ancestors, and y'all guys need to return those, and return it, and y'all need to return it, and return it damn quick to Africa. So what are you doing with animals, Bulliam? What are you doing with animals? He became like one of those rangers, or what? Or he's becoming like a Trump's children. Remember those Trump's children? They go to Alaska, and what they do, they just go analyze animals because they can, and because they got the two. And so this guy here is coming to show you guys he's one of those princes. Remember all those, the princes of England, those ones, those Birdie, Queen Victoria's son. Those people used to do all the weird stuff. Back then, those people would go hunting for animals so they could tell people like they were kind of strong people in the country, to show people like they are masculine. But Bulliam, you don't even look like no masculine. I look more masculine than you. Ah! Bulliam, seriously, I look more masculine than you. You don't even look like that. What's going on down there with Jason Nath? Those are the people that you be hanging out with, bro. I don't know if I even trust you. I don't know all those aristocrat women that people be talking about. They say you be doing what? You got all them in your bed? All of those are covers. We all know what happened in those beds with Jason Nath. Don't lie to us. We know the truth. We know whatever you guys are talking about out there. You and Jason Nath, when you meet each other in that bed there. So shut up. Don't try and lie to people, because we're not buying it. We know who you are. And the world knows who you are. Bulliam. You with your daddy. We know exactly where you are. Let's see. Let's see those documentaries. I ain't gonna watch it. Success Squad, if y'all guys gonna go out there and try to watch that thing, y'all need to let me know. You need to tell me how the thing went and what is in there, because I wasting my time watching somebody like Bulliam. I'm way too cute for that bullshit. I do not. I got stuff to do. I watching no damn Bulliam. I'm gonna look for my Royal Highnesses, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. Yeah, guys, it was raining out there. I apologize. I had to come back to the car. Were you trying to put something? Yeah. So, guys, it's raining. It's raining terrible in Colorado today. See. It's like a really bad out there, so I couldn't finish my videos. And I believe whatever I was talking about that Bulliam guy, I'm good. I just do not want to watch his series wherever it is. Just watch it for me and come drop it down in the comments here. Reba, come on out here and Cookies and Cream. I know y'all guys gonna go look for those series and let me know what it's about. But I heard it's about all those animals. I believe they have some animal forest in the UK somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if they do. Do they? They have a zoo? What do you call it? They have safari in the UK? No, I'm from Denmark, so all those UK safari, I don't know about it. But remember that dude told you guys he was going to be the king of Africa, but I better get his little white ass out of Africa, because you're laughing, you get your little white ass out of Africa too. Where are you laughing? Why, you want to say hi to my friends?
I'll say hi.
Just say hi.
Hi.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so he said he was going to be the king of Africa. Like Africa belongs to him. That guy is full of mess. But guys, I'm going to need to focus on what we are here about. I'm going to talk to you guys again tomorrow. Please do not forget to subscribe on all... Where were you? So subscribe to Isabella Back's channel, and subscribe to my brother Baron's channel, and to all the other success-friendly channels. You know, that water just doesn't really look good out here. See how much water there's down here?
Here, we're gonna move somewhere else.
Something is the surface is kind of flooded. You know, I don't want to mess my shoe up with this.
I'll drop you off at the front, and then I'll park and come meet you. Okay?
Okay. So let's wait, because I do not want to mess my shoe.
We can park right here in this guy's spot.
Okay.
Right next to the front. And this way, I'll get the umbrella, and just wait in the car. I'll get the umbrella for you.
All right.
All right. Well, apparently we're not parking there, but.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Oops. 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 That water was so bad out down there, huh?
All right. You want to wait right here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and get out, and then I'll park the car real quick.
Okay.